week. And I think that kind of leads me into today, in perfection, right? One of the things that I hear a lot as a yoga teacher is I can't do yoga because I'm not flexible. I can't do because we're all striving towards having this perfect shape, this perfect flexibility, this capability. And I think sometimes what we forget is that it's a practice, right? So we're practicing every single day to show up on our mat and to put forth everything the best way that we can. And I think last week I got tied up in being perfect. And so today I think we're gonna let go of perfection and just play a little bit. Play around with feeling the movements that I offer. Also play around with the concept of I don't have to be perfectly aligned and perfectly set up to still feel full and fulfilled. So with that, come to your seat. You can use your bolster, crisscross applesauce, or any way the legs land that allow you to feel comfortable, to sit, to breathe. We're gonna take 3 cleansing breaths to start our practice together, allowing this inhalation in to fill the lungs. Pause at the top and allow yourself to feel, what does it feel like to have your lungs full? And then slowly exhale. Inhale in. Notice if you can start to use that slight lock at the back of your throat to allow for an audible inhalation. Pausing, and audible exhalation through the nose or mouth, whichever one is serving you, for allowing you to feel like you're coming here. You're becoming present. Inhale in one more time. Exhale, let it go. And on your next inhale, draw those arms up and over your head. Take your gaze to your thumbs, interlace your fingers, press your palms up to the sky. Really lift up through the chest, feel the heartbeat, lift forward. And then we're gonna go ahead and release in a cat-cow. So as you exhale, round into your cat. Inhale, press to rise, reach up. Exhale, come back into your cat, arching your back, tucking your tailbone, dropping your chin. Inhale, reach it up. One more time, exhale, round. This time, release the hands to the knees, allow yourself to drop back even further, tucking the tailbone, creating a beautiful C, noticing what it feels like to breathe into your back body here. And then release, roll those shoulders up, extend the hands out towards the floor. Inhale, reach your left arm up and over. Take that side body stretch, exhaling as you shift and press into your nice opening through your side. Inhale, reach up and over, and exhale, release the left hand down, right arm reaches. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, turn the body towards the right, taking the right hand behind you, left hand to right knee, sit up nice and tall. Breathe. And on your next inhale, come through center, and exhale, twist over to the left side, taking the left hand behind you, right hand to your left knee. Feeling this twist, feeling the spine open, shift. Notice which muscles in the back body. Release, inhale, come to center. And from here, we're gonna come onto our hands and knees. So if you're sitting on a pillow or a bolster, go ahead and move it out of your way. Come over here. And allow yourself a few cat-cows, moving through the spine, or maybe wagging the tail of your dog.
You can move through some wrist stretches, rocking side to side with the fingertips pointing out to the side of the mat, or even pulling and pointing the fingertips towards the knees. Rocking the hips forward. All right, bring the knees together, curl those toes under, shift the hips back. And as you shift the hips back, I'm gonna open up and just share. I love to read Melody Beattie daily. I know you're like, I'm actually distracting you from your feet, so work with me here. Today is change your perspective, right? Take a break, move around, learn to change your perspective. Maybe you don't need to change what you're looking at. You need to change where you stand. When I read that, I kind of thought that seemed to delve into that concept of perfection. Shift forward, uncurl the toes, tap out your toes. I have my blocks up at the front of the mat to prepare and be ready. So curl the back toes under, lift the knees up, push the hips back, keep the knees bent, and just walk out your dog. And then as you walk the dog, walk the feet up to the center of your mat. No need to be perfect. Step the feet a little bit wide. Shift the hips back. And then allow the hands to pull in towards your feet. You can set up for your ragdoll with your arms dangling as long as you're not using that as leverage. I like to take hands to opposite elbows and let the full weight of the arms pull the shoulders, release the head, and let yourself stretch through the back body. Oh, that feels so good. Feel the weight in your feet. And maybe this isn't your jam. Maybe this creates discomfort. Play around with the bend of the knees. And always, 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 I have to remind, through our yoga practice, there's discomfort and there's pain. Please don't push yourself to the point of pain. Bouncing around in discomfort, touching your toes into this discomfort is actually a great way to kind of find where your edges are, where you need to press yourself a little bit harder, and where you maybe need to back off if you start to feel pain. Release the hands down to the ground, release the head, rounded spine, engage the core, roll the body up to standing. Bring the shoulders up into your ears, roll those shoulders down the back of the body. Roll them around. And I'm noticing my head is chopped off, but I'm going to not go through perfection, right? So inhale, reach your arms up and over your head. Exhale, fold your body forward. Keep a slight bend in the knees as we warm up the hamstrings. Place the hands on blocks, and you're gonna step the right foot back behind you. Stay in your runner's lunge with your fingertips maybe TP'd onto those blocks, rocking forward and back. Feel the stretch through the calf, push the heel back. Bring the heel forward, rocking it, and then release that right knee down onto the mat. You can stay and slide the blocks wherever they feel supportive, or if you're ready, you can reach up. Since we opened up the spine a little bit, feel into your full low lunge with the heart lifted. So adding in hip flexor, back bend, heart opening, and stability, because you're stabilizing through that back leg, right? Press down through the back shin. Exhale, release the hands down to your blocks or your mat. Curl your back toes under, straighten the leg. And you're gonna slide the left foot back to the right. Come into your lowering all the way down. Keep the hands on the blocks or the mat underneath the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift up the heart. Exhale, release. Inhale one more time into your baby cobra. Really lifting with the back body, not with your hands. Your hands can even float. Exhale, release. Knees bent or legs straight. Press up into your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring awareness to that right leg. Start to pull the knee into your chest as you round through the back body. Step the right foot forward. come back into that runner's lunge. From that runner's lunge, rock it forward and back. Release the back knee down. Uncurl the toes. Stay here. Or inhale, lift up. Opening the heart. Maybe the gaze comes to the ceiling. Notice how that shifts the feeling of the body. Exhale, release the hands back down to the block. You're gonna curl the back toes under, straighten through the back leg. And I want you to step the left foot forward just about 6 inches, enough to create this nice little A shape with our legs. And then hands can stay on the blocks. If you need to lift them up to a higher setting, do so. Feel the spine lengthen and then pull the right hip back. You should feel, you might feel, not should, could, feel a nice hamstring stretch through the right leg. Bow over the front leg a little bit deeper if you'd like to intensify the stretch. Maybe even pull the toes up and stretch through the back of the calf as well. And then if you've got the toe lifted, place the right foot firmly. Start to shift the weight forward into the right foot. Keep the right knee bent. Step the left foot forward to the right. Toes touch. Flatten through the spine. Inhale, extend the arms out into this half chair. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, press to rise. Chair pose. Inhale, lift up. Open the heart. Roll those shoulders. Ha. Inhale, reach the arms up over your head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. As you step it back, lower to your tricep push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. From downward facing dog, inhale, three-legged dog. Extending that right heel back as though you're kicking the wall behind you. On your next exhale, pull right knee to your chest. Really shift the weight over the wrist, pull the knee up to the chest. And then exhale, kick it back, three-legged. Inhale, right knee, right elbow. Woo! See if you can touch it. Exhale, kick it back. Take the right knee, left elbow. Maybe you take that twist and you touch. Inhale, kick it back. Nice. Step right foot underneath and pull up, high lunge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, twist. Left hand forward, right hand back. Maybe take it to where the right hand reaches down to the left outside thigh. Nice side body stretch. Release to arms with T. Inhale, reach up, high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Breathe. On your exhale, reverse. Maybe take that left hand to bind to your right hip. Feel the stretch. Coming back, warrior two on the inhale. Woo, try not to fall like I am. Exhale, extend, side angle. The elbow can come down to the thigh, but see if you can press and lift through the shoulder and maybe start to rotate the gaze up to the hand above your head. Taking your drishti, your gaze to your fingers. And then looking down at your big toe. Inhale, press to rise, warrior two. So we are going to take and press it back, so straighten through the back leg. Shift your weight to the back foot. At the same time, maybe rotate the left toes to face the back of the mat and sit back into your side lunge. Skandasana as deeply as you can. Without the blocks, I can't get down that deep. So I'm gonna shift forward, grab my blocks. Let's see if we can transform that with the blocks here. Shifting with level 3, I can sit the hips down a little bit more. So play around with this. Take a minute and play around with your side lunge. Notice at what point maybe this back foot, what happens sometimes as we shift down, that left heel wants to pop up because our ankle flexion maybe isn't where it needs to be. You can stay up as high as you need to be. You don't have to sit it down, right? This is stretching through the inner groin. And let's take and shift it. Walk it, walk, walk, walk. And those right toes in the front, point those at the corner of the mat and shift the right knee forward as you sit down onto that right hip a little bit more. I'm leaning forward a lot in the chest. We're working on coming into this where our chest is sitting a little bit higher, and maybe you're already there. I'm gonna walk my blocks around, ha ha, kind of like a stormtrooper. Wah. Okay, I'm being weird. Lengthen through your runner's lunge. And then from runner's lunge, let's go ahead and push those blocks out to the side, or we can flatten them down to level one. And kick that right leg back out, three-legged dog. Open that right knee up. Feel that stretch to that hip. Maybe circle it. And then square the hips, kick it out, drop that right foot down to the ground, kick the left foot up. Left knee pulls into your chest, really round through the spine. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, draw it, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, take that twist. Woo, kick it back. Left knee steps through, rise up, high lunge. Right hand comes forward, left hand comes back, take the twist. Maybe you release the left hand back to the back leg. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Keep it sinking down and through the front knee. Inhale, come back, arms to the tape. Reach up, high lunge. Open up, warrior two. Hi. From warrior two, reverse, inhale. Left arm reaches up, right arm maybe takes the bind along the lower back. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Let's take that one more time. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, rise up. Shift, straighten. Point the right toes to the back. And then I reach down and grab my blocks. Let's be better about incorporating the blocks, right? Shift it, feel that side lunge here. So you may not need to come down that far. And the other thing that sometimes happens is as you shift the weight down, keeping the chest up, there's some pressure in that back heel. So be mindful of what your body is feeling. Let's walk it over. Plant that left toe with the toes pointed in the corner. Waka waka our blocks over. Lifting up the right toes. Shift it down. Press it. Feel that stretch through the insides of the thighs. Feels good? Maybe. Shift it back. Let's take a moment, point the toes to the edge of the mat. You can stay with your blocks if you need them. Maybe the hands can come down and you can flat back. Maybe you can just take the hands off the block, walk the hands in between the feet, let the head come down. Just exploring how you feel today. No need for perfection. No need for it to just always go right. And if that sits well with you today, then I'm glad I could share. So from here, we're going to take those blocks and walk them back up to the front. And when we come up to the front, step that right foot and the left foot. I'm going to come sideways on the mat so you can see me. You can use the blocks to help you. In your Malasana, drop the hips down. If this is a lot for you, you can keep the hips up. You can take the block underneath your seat. You can take both blocks underneath both butt cheeks. And sit back and play around with it. So to play, sometimes you can use the blocks to kind of help get the body, and maybe just rotate and drop your right knee down, lift it back up. You're on the balls of the feet. Drop that left heel down, or left knee down. Yeah. I'm gonna bring the blocks out to the sides so I can sit up a little bit taller.
And drop that right knee down, bring it up. Left knee down, bring it up. Internally rotating the hips, and you're rotating on the toes. Nice and tall. Whew. All right, let's go ahead and settle back down into our full Malasana. And then find your way onto the mat. So shift, keeping the blocks near the center. And come into boat pose with the knees in tabletop. Pull the knees in, lengthen through the spine. Let's go to half boat. Let's row our boat. Exhale, lower. Half boat. Breathing. Inhale, rise. Boat. Exhale, lower. Half boat. Inhale, rise. Boat. Exhale, half boat. Reach the arms up over your head for that final little spicy challenge. If you want it, reach them out. Really pressing that lower back into the mat. Engage the core. Exhale, release. Okay, so we're going to draw the knees in as though we're coming into bridge pose, but we're not quite there yet. And take the block onto your right knee. Take the right elbow as though you're trying to karate chop that elbow into the block. Lift up through the shoulders. Right knee comes to join it. So you got tabletop legs. That right elbow is pressing into the block. The right knee is pressing into the block. So you're creating this like hold on the right side. What's going on with this left side? You're gonna exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend for 5. Crunch. 4. Stay with me now. Crunch. 3. Keep yourself pressing the lower back. 2. Shoulders lifted. 1. Whoo. Take that block. Lengthen the body. Give yourself a little bit of a break. Block comes up. Body comes up. Left knee comes in. Hiya, left elbow. Come into your table on your right side. Exhale, inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. 4. Crunch. 5. Burning crunch. Release. Take that block in your hand. Walk those feet up to your butt. Lift the hips and just let your butt and your sacrum settle on the block. Just for a moment. Let the abs relax. Let your breath relax. Press the feet into the floor, lift the hips, and then lower the back. Let's come into an active bridge. Walk the heels in as close to the hips as you can. See if you can reach the fingertips down. Maybe you could touch your heels. There they are. Touch, touch, touch. When you lift, press, and engage your glutes, I want you to really feel it in the glutes. You may feel it in other places, but I don't want it to pinch the hamstrings. Lift up, bring the chin and chest. And then maybe walk the hands underneath your lower back. Gaze is up at the sky or your ceiling, depending on where you're at. And then release the hands, lower the body. Draw the knees into the chest. Nice little circles, releasing the spine.
draw the arms into a T. Make sure your blocks are out of the way. I always find my blocks when I do this. Arms are in a T, or you can cactus the arms. We're gonna take and come into a spinal twist. So drop the toes back down if you've lifted them. Shift the hips over to the right, knees together in tabletop. Drop the knees over to the left. Keep the chest open towards the sky. If your shoulder pops up off the ground, it's fine. Just feel the heaviness. And then feel the twist along the back of the body. Breathing, letting that breath go. Engage the core. You're gonna pull yourself back into center, drop the toes down, shift the hips over to the left, drop the knees over to the right, spinal twist on this side, letting yourself soften, letting yourself go, letting yourself release. And then come back to center. Scooch those hips back in line. Draw the knees in towards your armpits. And then take your hands to the outside edges of your feet. Let your knees come up into the armpits as close as you can. Happy baby. Rock yourself from side to side, feeling your back release. And just let the legs soften. So try not to make this too active. Just let yourself open through the pelvic floor, release the butt muscles, the back muscles, the thighs. Let the shoulders go heavy. Take a deep breath in, fill your belly. And then bring the bottoms of the feet together and let the feet come back down to the earth with the knees apart. Let your hands come to your belly. Feel your gentle breath. Notice your natural breath. Try not to control it. Easier said than done. Like letting go of the requirement for things to be perfect. My offering to you today is not perfect, but it's perfect in the energetic action of just moving, of playing around with maybe a skill that you're not perfect at, a body movement that you're not perfect at, because life is full of imperfections that create perfect moments. And however this resounds within you, however this resonates and settles into your thoughts, maybe take time after your practice to journal that. And then from here, I offer to you, stay here as long as you need to, letting yourself settle and extend the legs out, releasing the arms out to your side as you come into Shavasana to finish your time for as long as you need on your mat. And as I close practice with you, I want to thank you for allowing me to join you this week and sharing some lessons of perfection, which is never going to happen, and your ability to just play and allow yourself to be. Have a wonderful